Welcome to the Workshop Podcast, Week 18. My name is Patrick Caleri.
I'm sometimes known as Frankie Valentine.
I am always known as Sarah Billiot. Actually, at work, I'm known as Sarah Bouquet sometimes.
Well, she was going to do something cool, but then she just...
No,
This is my other name.
my maiden name.
She's a married lady, y'all. She's off market. I am not. So if you like the sultry tones of my dulcet tones, never mind. Fuck it. All right, Patrick, back to you.
Wondering how you're going to double back on that one, but I didn't want to.
Awkwardly, as usual.
And sometimes you just got to pull out the thesaurus because you know there's another word you can use, and the sentence doesn't need to be restructured again.
Yeah. It's called redundancy, damn it. And I'm full of it.
I never had a cool nickname. I was always, well, for Patrick, the only nickname you really get is Patty, and that just to me, I don't know. That to me, Patty always sounded like a middle-aged woman's name, so that didn't work out for me.
At one of my previous jobs, I've always been known to have like a very sarcastic tone to my voice, and also I'm very depressed. At one of my previous jobs,
Best of both worlds.
they used to call me serotonin.
Oh, that's awesome.
That kind of sucked, but there's like no nickname you can give to Sarah. So
yeah, that's true. You can't really shorten it. You can't. It's just kind of there.
But I told that to my cousin, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have my daughter call you that." And so now her daughter calls me Tony.
Hey, Tony!
About it. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. I did hear a cool one for Patrick. I am in love with the idea of when I have sons, giving them names, I can call them by the back half of their name. Like everyone always calls Andrew Andy or Drew. Like I like the Drew half. But like Patrick, I was like, well, Rick, I got a lot of Ricks in my family. But I watched the Bistro Huddy guy, and he has a character named Trick. And I'm like, Trick? Why they call you Trick? It's like, my name is Patrick. So it's Trick. So there is a cool version of Patrick.
Somewhere out there. I've yet to find him, but...
If you ever get a neck tattoo, I'll call you Trick. And then it works. If you go into drag, you can be Trixie.
There you go.
Honestly, it just opens up so many doors. At this point, I should just go by that.
I got some lipsticks I'm looking to give away. I'll hit you up. Don't worry.
But then I feel like if I go by Trick, then I'm obligated to have a really official kind of job title. Like I'd be like Trick Esquire or Dr. Trick.
Dr. Trick. Abracadabra. Check out your spleen. You can be a doctor right now if you wanted to. It's just illegal because you don't have any like credentials. It's fine.
I mean, you could technically be a lawyer too, but that's also illegal.
Yeah.
So.
Wait,
or a police officer.
I feel like there's a reason. Wait, there's that whole TV show. I haven't seen it, but like, isn't the whole premise of that show Suits that the guy doesn't have a law degree and he's acting as a lawyer or something like that?
Is it really?
It's a comedy that's going on, and I just thought to myself, it'd be hilarious to do a really dark comedy about someone doing that with medical school. It's just a really dark about a surgeon that just doesn't know what they're doing, but somehow is able to get away with it.
They asked him to do the closing on a surgeon. You just hear duct tape. Just...
You're right. It says, I mean, this is AI, but
I'm not gonna listen.
The entire premise of the show Suits revolves around the main character, Mike Ross, practicing law at a top New York firm without a law degree, relying on his photographic memory and the secret backing of his mentor, Harvey Specter.
Harvey Specter?
I didn't know that.
Harvey Specter.
Why is that? Harvey Specter, he's named after two perverts, Harvey Weinstein and Phil Spector.
Did not have a
I don't know, maybe because he's shady as fuck.
Hey,
Obviously.
hey, yeah.
Also, I'm just gonna say that, yeah, like Harvey Specter is one of those names that technically, yeah, could happen in real life, but you just know that's a TV show name.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Who's that over there? Oh, that's Phil Strudel. Yeah, that's logical. I know the
All right,
Strudel family from Sweden. They're nice.
the Strudels run this town.
Instead of a graffiti on the wall, it's called a strudel doodle.
Oh gosh,
Doodle.
strudling all over the place.
New topic. We're just gonna write the strudel doodle saga. That's all we're doing.
We're no longer the workshop. We're now the Strudlers.
I'm gonna strudel doodle that boy. Wait a minute.
Uh,
Fuck. Okay.
so did we? You guys have any ratings for this week?
I do.
All
As
right,
does Miss Tony.
Yeah. You need to give me
Tony.
access real quick. Y'all
Wait,
are
what?
on- You need to give me access.
Oh, I didn't access you. Let's see. Share. Oh, it
It
does
was
say
in.
restrict. Anyone with the link. Commentator. That's for when you're a tater, but you look like all the other taters.
I
All
guess it's
right,
better.
try. I resent it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Oh, okay. I see you. I see anonymous anteater, and there was another anonymous, but it disappeared.
I had it open twice. Maybe that's
Oh, it was all you.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to read it that bad.
And Patrick is an anonymous Ifrit? 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 What the fuck is that?
That's like a. I'm pretty sure that's like a class of like genie or jinn. I don't know why that would be. I don't know what that would be my name.
It's a type of demon or jinn in Islamic mythology.
Hey, I was right.
Why can't you just be an anteater like everybody else?
It's not my fault.
Last week it was like a giraffe and a zebra, and this week got freaking things that want to eat us from Islam. I don't. Okay. All right. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Cool beans.
Okay. Mine is titled Me Day. I have normal ones of mine. I have a buffalo and a cheetah, so
Oh. I see the cheetah.
yeah,
That,
well,
that sounded like a nursery rhyme. I see the cheetah.
okay. All right. I shuffle to the living room in my slippers and robe and sink into the corner of the sectional. My hair tumbles across the cushions, the fabric cool against my cheek. It's quiet, a calming kind of quiet that exhales with you, the kind that breathes life into your brain only to remove the chatter from the inside out. The house is clean, cleaner than it was yesterday and cleaner than it had been all week. The kids' toys are tucked neatly into bins against the living room wall, and a single candle swirls warm vanilla spice through the room, its soft flame flickering against the dim light peeking around the curtains. Carefully, a warm mug lands in my hands. My morning coffee perfected. A dash of hazelnut creamer, a sprinkle of cane sugar, sweet steam curling to meet my lips. Then I look up to see him, the man who created this quiet, grinning down at me. "Thank you," I whisper against the rim of the mug. He responds with a kiss on my forehead and another on my nose, then tilts my chin just enough to give me one more simple kiss to my lips. When he stands, he places the TV remote into my palm, drapes a fuzzy blanket across my bare legs, and slips out the front door, locking it behind him. I am alone now, and I will be until long after the sun makes way for the moon. I sip my coffee, settle deeper into the corner of the cushion, and flip through the trashy love shows on Netflix. I should feel left out. I should feel like I'm missing memories, inside jokes I'll never understand, sunlight on bayou water I'll only see in pictures on a phone. But I don't. My heart doesn't ache about what I'm missing. Rather, it softens at what I know. I know my children are living their best little lives in the hot breeze over the Gulf, their hair curling at the edges of their face from the humidity. I know they're spoiled by a dad who would move the moon if they asked. I know they're adored by a mom who loves them so fiercely it can empty her before noon. A love so strong it stretches around them no matter how thin. Their constant mom, mama, mommy chorus they sing is nothing short of instinct, a homing beacon children use when they feel safe enough to call for you without thought, proof that I am their landing pad. Their bickering and eye rolls, their dramatic hair flips and dramatic sighs and stomping tantrums that shake the hallway, all tiny reminders that they feel secure enough to unravel before me in a house we made a comforting home. Their reactions this morning when their father told them I was off limits, as he zipped up their jackets and whispered his warnings, were synchronized and sad. Their shoulders sagged, their chests caved, their mouths turning into pouts as they walked as a group to hug my hips and legs. But just as quickly, they bounced back, running out the front door to fight for the front seat. That's love too, you know? Wishing I was there, but knowing they're safe enough to have fun without me. Knowing I'll be here with open arms when they return home, ready to see the pictures of their fish and listen to each version of their stories. What they don't know is the meaning behind my deep, heavy exhales, my steamy, my steamy showers, long nights where I drive around listening to sad songs and heavy podcasts. They don't see those tearful little smiles I give their dad when he shoos me away from chores. They don't read the locked doors as mom needing a break. Each and every hard, long day ends in them bouncing right back into my arms the next. And that's how I want it. They shouldn't understand it yet. One day, when they're grown and married and tripping over their own messy houses and loud children, they'll get it. They too will whisper to their partners, I need a day. And I can only hope someone loves them enough to say, take one, I've got this. Until then, they'll be out on some boat with their dad in the Gulf, smelling of bug repellent and swamp, laughing at his terribly lame jokes, picking things off restaurant menus and asking if they can take something home to mama. Then they'll come home, muddy and smiling, and I'll still be here in the same soft spot on the couch, wrapped up in the same blanket, nursing a new fresh cup of coffee, or potentially wine, pretending I haven't been binge watching silly reality shows all day. Their dad will wrangle them each into a bath, and he'll close off my side of the house to muffle their shouts and pitiful arguments over hot water and bedtimes. Nothing's wrong, I'll tell them when they ask why my eyes look shiny. They'll be clean and quiet and kind as they huddle beneath the blanket beside me on the couch. Everything is perfect, actually. They may not believe me. Children don't often understand happiness when it's quiet, but it's true now and it will be then. Life is good, they are loved, and one day when they find someone who loves them the way their father loves me, they'll finally understand the importance of a successful me day.
Wow.
Not everyone survived.
Yeah.
No, like it wasn't something that I was that concerned about. I just there was in the back of my mind. Like, it's very sweet.
I do have a
Well,
problem with killing off my characters.
let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it positive. You know, it's still there's some bad, but it's mostly positive.
I don't know. Ask the fish. It might not be that great.
Well, yeah, the fish after you have to replace them if they died 3 times.
That was really good. I love that little glimpse into what she's going through. It's you said it all without saying anything, and that's a real balancing act because a lot of people attempt this and you just sit there going, the hell did I just read? But this it it said a lot. It really did. And it really resonated in different parts of the brain and go brrr.
It's a very warm piece. I think you know it's got stuff that will resonate with a lot of people. You know, especially parents, particularly, but then also just people that and anyone that's getting older, they don't have as much time anymore. You know, it's the stress of everyday life, and the people that just dream for that opportunity to have a day curling up, not knowing that everything that's important to you is being taken care of. And I think that really came across. I really liked your use of metaphor early on, like the lines in particular talking about the quiet in the first paragraph. It's quiet, a calming kind of quiet that exhales with you was really good. And then the kind that breathes life into your body only to remove the chatter from the inside out. I really liked, you've got multiple levels of metaphor in both of those sentences. And it just, I don't know, you've got a very distinct descriptive voice. You don't ever, at least not that I've seen, you don't ever rely on your like canned phrases of, oh, it was, as bright as XYZ. You've always got a very interesting and unique way of putting it.
Yeah. The comfort of the little interaction between her and her husband. Carefully, a warm mug lands in my hands. My morning coffee, perfect. A dash of hazelnut creamer, all that. And it just goes down into them just having that quiet understanding. Him not being like, oh, enjoy your me day. I'm going to go wrangle the children you wanted to have, kind of thing. But it
Absolutely.
was, yeah. And that simple quiet moment between them juxtaposed against what is she is obviously going through mentally is just, I can't explain it. It's it's a good contrast. It really shows the difference between being happy and being, well, I guess I don't want to say she's unhappy because she's not unhappy, but
No, I
she's
think,
definitely not happy.
well,
It's like
You
I
know?
think to your point, Frankie, I think the way I'd say it is that, yeah, she's not unhappy. And that comes across very
Right.
clearly because her love for her children, her husband, her life does come across. I think to me, the emotion that sticks out is just exhaustion. Like it is just a, this is what happens when you're fried. It's not that you don't love everyone. It's just that if you get to this point, you're just not capable of being the best you. You can't be part of you. And so having the opportunity to recharge, I think that came across really well. Where it's not unhappiness, it's not dissatisfaction with life. It's just I'm fried right now, and you need that recharge day.
Because you could be doing the thing that you love the absolute most, and your brain is exhausted. Like your body's willing, and your brain is like, "No, not today. Leave me the fuck alone." So I really appreciated the juxtaposition of the inside and the outside between them.
Yay!
No, well,
Love
that's it.
that.
Look at you. It is nice to remember that
people.
you can write sweet things too.
Nobody got skint. Nobody.
It's really funny actually because the other day I was telling Victor like I really need to work on one of my characters, but I was like, honestly, I think I have to kill her.
Nothing's going to fix this character but death.
Victor's looking at her like, yeah, why are you smiling when you say that? Like, I'm not smiling.
I have to kill her now.
No, I think I gotta kill him. Have you tried anything else? I mean,
see, what she's telling us is she told him she has to kill him. What she actually said was, I must kill.
Yeah,
I must feed the bloodlust.
Victor comes on. He's like, yeah, Sarah said that she couched that as her telling me, I think I have to. I remember her turning to me and saying, I'm gonna kill this guy.
I don't even know why she had a knife. She was holding a computer and a knife. It was weird, man.
The operative verb was will. I will kill this person.
I love the difference between when you write a character you like and a character you don't like. The character you like, oh, I may have to kill them. Character you don't like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
It's gonna be painful.
I can't wait.
It's gonna hurt him. It's gonna hurt me. It's gonna hurt everybody. We all gonna have it. Physical and mental, emotional damage. So I love that that's the route you took for Me Day. I took a similar route, but not the same, for my
Okay.
piece Tuesday.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So this is Tuesday. The dogs will still be hungry in 30 minutes. He pressed his lips to my hair and kissed my neck. Just 30 more itty bitty minutes. I can come back, you know. But I didn't move. I stayed there, snug in his arms, and smiled. That's an absolute possibility. He pulled me closer and we snuggled for a mere second more when the bomb went off. The bomb being our 80-pound lab pit mix, Callie, and her 75-pound lab Dane mix brother, Buck, begging for breakfast and outside. He lifted his head from my hair and shouted, "Shut up, you mongrels!" Then laughed and squeezed me closer to him. They can wait. I pulled the covers back, pushed his arm away with much difficulty, and swung my feet out of bed. I'll be right back. You want coffee? The back porch was cool but not cold. The coffee was warm, and the dogs were insane. Sticks and leaves crunched beneath their feet as they rushed past the porch, then the click of their nails up the wooden steps, then around the back of my chair, then back down the steps until they stopped in the yard to wrestle a bit. "Callie girl! Don't hurt Buck!" She had a thing for biting her brother's ears, knowing full well they were always hurting him for one reason or another. The back door opened, and he came out with his own cup of coffee. "Beautiful morning." I smiled into my cup. "Beautiful life." He smiled, made his way to his chair next to mine, and blew in his coffee for a second before taking a sip, scalding his lip and pouring it down his front. Shit! I set my cup down on the little table between us and tossed the dish rag I had been using to hold my cup. "Honestly, you're worse than a toddler." "Perfect. So you'll know how to raise one when we have kids." He laughed at his own joke. I laughed as well, but there was no humor behind it. Kids. For us. I thought that's why we had dogs. He leaned back in his chair opposite me and put his feet up on the rail. "Callie girl, leave your brother's ears alone." He shook his head and folded his hands over his middle. That girl will never learn. I picked up my coffee and took a small sip, just like her daddy. He tossed the dish rag back at me and laughed. "Oh, how rude." We let the morning sun drift above us until the dogs were well worn out and ready for a nap. We headed back in, and he started making our breakfast while I got the dogs settled and gave out treats. I took the laptops out of the roll-top desk to maybe get some writing done and set them on the island in the kitchen. I opened mine, checked my emails, saw there was one from the lawyer's office, then closed it with a hard snap. He turned around, spatula in hand. "What the hell was that? You good?" I shrugged and put my head down on the counter. "Nothing, just an email from Jerry." "What did it say?" I crossed my legs. My stomach felt like there was a rock in it, and that rock had been set on fire, but the little man who was meant to set it on fire couldn't get the matches lit and was stomping around and cursing. "Oh, I don't know. I just saw I had it." He flipped the pancake, then set down the spatula. "I'll look. You just sit there and be pretty." He winked and then opened the laptop, put in my passcode, his birthday, and started clicking around. He stuck the tip of his tongue out, something he did when he was concentrating and read. It was quiet for a long time. The silence was killing me and really pissing off the little tummy man. I needed something to happen, anything. Maybe the stove could have exploded and the dogs could have started fighting again. Instead, I happened. "Shouldn't you be flipping your pancakes?" It came out a little rushed and harsher than I meant it to. He shrugged but never looked away from the screen. "Those are your pancakes, so it doesn't matter to me if they burn." I kicked his leg playfully. "How rude." He laughed and rubbed where I'd kicked. "Ouch. Sorry, geez." He went back to the email and then smiled. "Congratulations, babe. You are a free woman." "I am?" I turned the laptop around and read. Sure enough, in black and white, I was officially free. Free from being under contract and underloved. A botched marriage to an abusive system had finally come to an end. "I'm officially free?" "Congratulations, Dobby." He put his arms around me and kissed the top of my head. "You're a free elf, baby." I pulled away. Tears streamed my face, but I laughed. "You're so stupid." That makes you the smart one. He walked back to the stove and took the pancakes from the pan. Perfect as usual. I snorted. If that were true, I wouldn't have been in this predicament in the first place. Well, you're free now. He turned to the junk drawer, opened it, and pulled out a box. So now we know you aren't obligated to any more bullshit. Would you be interested in hitching your wagon to an old mule? He opened the box and dropped to one knee. I laughed, took the ring, and wrapped my arms around him. We should go back to bed, I said with my lips pressed against his. Oh, absolutely. He reached over to the stove and turned off the burner. But that is so damn far away. He pulled me close and kissed my neck, then breathed into my ear. And you know I'm too lazy for all that traveling.
You're so good at witty dialogue.
Thank you. I was so
It's
I felt awkward reading it. I was like, what if they're gonna hate it?
I like whenever I try to do witty dialogue, I feel like it comes across as really cringy and like just not realistic, but like anytime you do witty dialogue, it's always just like on point and I love it.
You do a good job of blending both the kind of the wit from your dialogue with the character observations in like the narrative itself. Like you kind of do a half and half with both of those, and I enjoy that. I liked the line free from being under contract and under loved. That was good. I liked the play on that that term.
Thank
Um,
you.
let me see here. There was another point that I had looked at, but yeah, no. To Sarah's point, you're always very good at interspersing narration and dialogue and not having too much of one or too much of the other. I enjoy the interplay between the two of those.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And
I
I
did
feel
like
like
I saw you changed feet.
Yeah. Like
I
there's
saw
no A in that word.
that in real time. Hey, I hate to admit it, but like as I the more I write nowadays, the more I do that where I just use a homonym and I'm like, fuck, I know that's not why did I use that? I know that's not the
Yeah.
word, but
I struggle with that a lot. I don't know why, but I can't spell. Like if my mommy didn't write my name in my underwear for me, I wouldn't know how to spell it. Like
autocorrect and spell check didn't do us any favors.
none at all. No. And like I was one of the hooked on phonics kids. Like and we did sight words and I'm like, why can't I just spell it? The only word I have memorized that I think is a sight word is the word because. And the reason I have that one memorized is because I distinctly remember being in second grade and my mom was there helping. And I asked her, Mom, how do you spell because? And she goes, Can you spell the word cause? I said, Yeah. She goes, I'll put BE in front of it. And I went, Oh. So it was like, a whole new world. Copyright.
So it's fun when, as an adult, you start learning more about, like the roots and stems and whatnot, and just how words come to form. And you're like, oh wait, that's what that means. That's why
Yeah.
it's that. Like it's literal. Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I come from a long line of storytellers, and I grew up with like all my grandfather went to World War II. My other grandfather was a boxer. He couldn't join the army because he was born with one lung. And like all my uncles were in the military, and all of them worked offshore, and all of them had this way of telling a story about being offshore. Like if anyone else would have told that story, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But the way they did it, they were animated and they laughing through their own jokes and just the way they spoke, all that old man offshore dialogue. I took that internally.
Well,
So like,
I feel like that specifically, like now that you say all that, like that's what I need in my life because it
yeah,
comes through in your writing. The way you can just like tell the story, like Patrick said, through the dialogue, through the actions of the narration, but also make it like witty and realistic and not cringy and like it I just want to be able to do that.
But you do a great job of portraying relationship through dialogue.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, "This is my brother. We met when we met. We met.
We
we met.
met in the womb.
But this is my brother. He has brown hair. He is 50." Instead of that, instead of the info dump, it's good. Like what is it? Those are your pancakes, so it doesn't matter to me if they burn. Like that, just playful. That's a great little character moment between these two.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's another strength of your dialogue, and you're talking about the stories you heard growing up, your uncles, grandparents. I think.
Uh-oh.
What?
Hey, no Trick, you there?
Oh no! Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Oh.
That's not very 90s raising the bar of you.
Sorry. I was going to say, you were talking about how, you heard all those stories from your uncle and your grandparents growing up. Your dialogue, I think, pops so well because it's not how people talk, in the sense that it's not your average day-to-day interaction. We're like, hey, what's up? How are you? Good. How are you? That's fine. No one wants to hear that in dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also not the same as a movie where it is more expositional, where like, hey, bro, what's up? Like you've got to find the
God.
And I think you do a good job of that with being it verbose, but not like, okay, I'm reading a script kind of thing.
Yeah. I can't tell you how much I despise that in movies when they're like, what up, sis? And then never refer to them as that again in the film or TV show. I'm like, no, you've established her as sis. That's sis now. You don't get to call her Mary Angeline. Like, that's not...
Dude, you want to know what TV show has the absolute worst 30-second sequence of this? And it's hilarious because I like the show for a good chunk of its run. The first episode of Supernatural has just the worst info dump exposition. It's like, how Dad left when we were young, and we were like, it's a solid 30 seconds of, hey, bro, all this. It's like, yeah, why are you telling me?
Telling me this? It's a TV show, guys. We can do a flashback.
I hate that in writing too, though. Like, especially if it's someone like talking to a friend or a sibling or a family member, talking about like, there's this thing that happened, and rather than it being trauma dumping or trauma bonding, it's just like, this happened to me. Let's go get some food.
Yeah.
And it drives me crazy.
And that whole exposition thing can be solved with a third character. That's all they have to do. Like you remember when we were kids? Oh yeah, I remember. And then that character leaves and they're like, what happened when you were kids? There you go. I fixed your whole fucking TV show. Give me money. Give me money. Go to Patreon.
The random character, they don't have to matter. Like,
the ancient Greeks, when somebody suggested adding a second actor on stage. What the fuck?
They're like, that's more money. No! I'd rather our views drop.
I'm going to cut this whole little 15-minute thing, and we're going to put it on the Patreon behind the paywall. They're going to pay us for this information.
Exactly.
Good luck figuring it out, because I tried to figure out TikTok and I gave up.
Hey, you know what? You spent more time at it than I would have.
Like, we have a TikTok. There's just nothing on it. We got an Instagram, too. There's just nothing on it. I've made so many little Instagram post pictures to post on there. Ain't posted a damn thing. I may post some tonight, though. I don't know.
At this point, technology just angers me. Just because, like, it's not as easy to use as I feel like it should be. Which tells me that, God, when I'm 50, I'm just going to be miserable. Already this way at 30, this is just a bad sign.
Your grandkids are going to hate you.
They are.
You're just going to hear Patrick throughout the house. Timmy, how do you operate the toilet again? God damn it, Grandpa!
Just shit the bed. It's easier this way.
thing though. I'm going to be the old man that, like, if for some reason the toilet is a touch screen, I would rather shit the bed. I just be like, you know what? It's the principle. I don't care. They already took away our physical buttons in cars. I don't care anymore.
Just Patrick walking out the back door with the newspaper roll of toilet paper. Where are you going, Grandpa? To the woods like a bear, because fuck this. That's fine.
Oh.
Excuse me, not the newspaper, the iPad.
We have a bidet, right? Which I totally recommend to everyone all the time.
Hell
I
yeah.
want one so bad.
We got one like a few years ago. It was amazing during pregnancy. Again, recommend to anyone who is pregnant. But I say that because all bidets are different, and we have a bidet at our house here, and it is very fancy and it really intimidating. And so I'm like sitting there.
Turn out too high and worse that's coming out your nose. Like, oh no.
Yeah, you know, in some places you gotta pay money for that.
There's a niche on the internet.
It's funny because I have multiple friends with bidets. I would like to get one just for the convenience and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But like, I feel like every time I'm in a bathroom that has a bidet, I'm like a 6th grade boy at a middle school dance, which is like, I'm not, I'm just like, I'm curious, but I'm not gonna do anything. I'm too shy. Like, I'm not gonna ask you. I'm gonna just examine from a distance.
Don't come to our house because Victor's gonna be like, go use the bidet.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I was at a friend's house that had a bidet, and again, I hadn't used it, but my close enough to being my brother-in-law, he went to use the bathroom, and we were all dead silent, and we all just heard him yelp. And we realized there's different strengths to that bidet. Like, you can decrease the pressure.
That was the sound of a man accidentally hitting the remove tampon button.
Yeah.
Come out the bathroom. That was great. I'm gonna go home now. I'll see you later.
But no, like, I know for sure that, like, I'm sure I'll use the bidet at some point in my life, and then it'll be one of those things that I'll either tell everyone or tell no one.
I will be getting my friends who are pregnant bidets for their gifts, because when I tell you, it is, I don't even need to explain it, because the pregnant people who have bidets are going to get it. Mm-hmm. And it's also kind of gross, so.
Also, there's that whole Perry bottle fiasco that I'm not looking forward to when I'm a woman on the run.
And the great thing about the bidet we have here is you can heat the water, and like with the Perry bottles, you're supposed to use hot water. Mm-hmm. So I'm not even gonna need a Perry bottle whenever Patrick's like, this is gross, let's stop talking about it.
This episode is brought to you by Bucky's Bidet. It's just like, it's in the shape of the beaver.
But instead of him smiling, he's going, ooh.
That's where the water comes out.
I don't want to think about the remove tampon button on that one.
It'll be his tongue.
Oh God!
I hate everything about Bucky's forever.
There's a buck day in every buck and fuck in America.
Every suck, buck, and fuck.
This whole conversation is a foxy shambles.
Anyways, before we get too far off, yes, I very much enjoyed your piece as well, Frankie. Our discussion on that before we started talking about bidets, but I felt it deserved it.
Like, how was the show? My piece made him think about washing their ass.
I'm not sure how we got on here. Yeah, no, that was. I like both
You
of
said
yours. I
something
liked
about touch screens.
and me shitting the bed. I don't know.
Okay.
I liked that both of yours actually were very more sweet than anything. Like it was a nice refreshing take.
That's how it was refreshing. Okay, gotcha. I feel refreshed. Well, our top. We do have a prompt for next week. Our prompt for next week is if you had a bidet that was touchscreen.
Which
Our
How would you explain it to your grandpa?
if
grandma
your
would
bidet was touchscreen, if your bidet was touchscreen, how long do you think it would take Patrick to figure it the fuck out? Show your answers. No, our prompt for next week is do you believe the truth always comes out? Has the truth ever set you free? Short answer, yes and no. For both questions. Again, interpret that how you will. We aren't sticklers on the rules. Obviously.
sometimes we completely forget what the prompt was and just do something
Yeah. Like I wrote, don't know about what, but here we are.
My favorite, yeah, my favorite interaction every week is all of us being like, "Wait, what was the prompt again?" And being like, did I get it?"
You didn't say the prompt this week.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was just it was based on lazy days, and I just felt lazy, so they don't need to hear what the prompt was. So we wanted to talk this week. Speaking of the truth coming out, a professor in Oklahoma has been as of this point right now is on administrative leave because someone wrote an essay, received a 0 on that essay, and had a tantrum because they felt they were being discriminated against for their religion. Now, as a Christian and a kind person, I have read this essay. Uh, I have my own set of beliefs. I have my own ideas, and I do not stand by what this person says in their essay. But I'm not going to be looking at this from a religious standpoint. I am 100% going to look at this from the standpoint of a high school English teacher because this person wrote this for a graduate program. And I have freshmen who are fresh out of junior high and can write circles around this person.
Yes.
She
Yes.
would definitely receive a 0 from me.
And I feel like it is important to note that while we don't have the article that this person was writing about or reacting to, the article was about gender roles and mental health.
Yes.
And the rubric stated that possible approaches to the reaction paper include a discussion of why you feel the topic is important and worthy of study or not, an application of the study or results to your own experiences, and then there had to be, um, let's see, oh wait, there are other possibilities as well. The best reaction papers illustrate that the students have read the assigned materials and engaged in critical thinking about some aspect of the article. There had to be a clear tie in to the assigned article. It had to be a thoughtful reaction or response rather than a summary. It had to be clearly written, and there had to be citations, which there were not.
Yes. Let it be known right here, right now. I teach this within the first 3 days of school starting. It is the is this or is this not plagiarism lesson. And I go with my students through a bunch of different scenarios. And one of the scenarios is actually This person wrote an essay. They used paraphrasing. They did not have a works cited page, nor did they do internal citations. Is this plagiarism? And instantly, every one of these children who have not been in school for 2 months says, yes, this is plagiarism. And they are correct. This is, in fact, plagiarism. So take away the fact that the professor is who the professor is, the student is who the student is, the article is about what it's about, the essay is written how it's written poorly. Um, this is, in fact, plagiarism because there are no citations whatsoever. Just saying the Bible says is not an internal citation. There is formatting. There is a way. I should not have to guess what book of the Bible or what verse or what chapter you are referring to. Even bumper stickers with Bible verses on them give you the book, the chapter, and the verse.
Yep.
If a bumper sticker can do it, surely a grad student can do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. It's so I felt this way when I was in sophomore year of my undergrad. I mean, I was only undergrad, but sophomore year of school. I felt honestly shocked by some of the papers that I was reading and editing for my peers that weren't in English programs, who were just doing, standard, whether it be business proposal, whatnot. It was it did open my eyes to how limited a lot of people's ability are or is if you don't pursue writing, if you don't value it, if you don't actually work to hone this. But if you put this in front of me and I didn't know anything else about it, yeah, there's no way that I would consider this a graduate level paper. This is not,
No.
if I'm being frank, this is not a high school uh, or a senior high schooler level paper. It's just
Right.
the issue is not anything about person's personal beliefs, what they what how they want to back that up. That's fine. The issue is there's no cohesion. There is no citation. There is no reasoning behind why one paragraph or one sentence is tied to the next. I mean, honestly, I don't know if this is the case, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was used. It was structured using AI or whatnot. Um, but
That's what I wanted to do.
well, exactly. There's just no cohesion, no flow from one thought to the next, from one paragraph to the next. Um, at the end of the day, people are missing the forest for the trees if they're arguing about it from a religious perspective. I will if you want to, because it's going to be fun. But it's
Yeah.
not. It's not a religious argument. It is just
No.
poor writing.
It really truly is. And I'm actually working. I'm going. Oh, dang it! I wanted to actually run this through a plagiarism checker real quick, just to see. I'm going to use the one that I use with my students. Okay, detect AI. There is actually 2.02% AI. It is 2 lines in the essay that is flagged as AI. Um,
I mean,
the one
honestly,
is
I expected
one
that
is
because it's so poorly written.
yeah, because AI does not.
I was hoping it would be, and that would be the explanation for why,
Yeah.
Oh, I have the explanation as to why she got the grade she got, because I actually have Mel Kurth's comment. Well, most of it. I couldn't get the rest of it, but it says, "Please note that I am not deducting points because you have certain beliefs, but instead I am deducting points for your posting a reaction paper that does not answer the questions for this assignment, contradicts itself," which we'll get into that in a minute, "heavily uses personal ideology over empirical evidence in a scientific class," another thing, "and is at times offensive. While you are entitled to your own personal beliefs, there is an appropriate time or place to implement them in your reflections.
Wait.
I encourage all students to question or challenge the course material with other empirical findings or testable hypotheses. but using your own personal beliefs to argue against the findings of not only this article, but the findings of countless articles across physics, psychology, biology, sociology, etc., is not best practice. And there is more to it, but it's cut off.
Wait,
Um,
this is supposed to be like I guess I completely missed it. This is supposed to be like an sort of like an APA style almost, not a. I mean, it's supposed to be more again empirical, and this is a science education kind of base class, right?
right.
That's what it seems like.
Mhm.
It didn't have like a MLA or APA
Yeah.
like citation requirement. It just said 12-point Times New Roman or Calibri.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Well, I mean, based on the what the teacher is saying in response, I mean, yeah, especially if this is based on that reaction, the expectation seems to be that you have a more professional and objective voice for this type of, and that's another thing. It's about objectivity too. It's the making I statements is exactly the opposite of what you want to do in a lot of these situations.
Yeah.
Right, right. And there are places where she contradicts herself. Um, let's see, where is it? Where is it? Okay. Paragraph 2, about halfway down, almost close to the end, she says, however, the original word in Hebrew, I'll go back a little bit. Many people assume the word helper in this context to be condescending and offensive to women. However, the original word in Hebrew is Ezer Kenegdo. I butchered the hell out of that and I apologize. And that directly translates to helper equal to. Additionally, God describes himself in the Bible using Ezer Kenegdu, or helper, and he describes his Holy Spirit as our helper as well. This shows the importance God places on the role of the helper, women's roles. God does not view women as less significant than men. He created us with such intentionally and care, and he made women in his image of being a helper and in the image of his beauty. If leaning into that role means I'm following gender stereotypes, then I'm happy to be a follower and stereotype that aligns with the gifts and abilities God gave me as a woman. That okay, so she's saying that men and women are equal, but there's another part where she actually says that women should be submissive to men. So like that's a contradictory. She didn't prove anything.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's kind of harkens back to the original point, which is that there is. This is not to say that this entire paper is devoid of a thought. That's
Right,
not
right.
exactly true. What it is devoid of is the ability to connect those thoughts to each other in a
Mm-hmm.
logical sense that educates your audience, which is exactly what this type of thing needs to be. If you
Right.
make a certain point up at the beginning in your introductory paragraph and you don't tie back into that until the end of your conclusion, that's just poor writing. Nobody is going to
Mm-hmm.
follow or track what you're saying. And the person offers no incentive. There's no ethos in this paper without
No, it's not.
citation. Without, it's just the Bible says, and I believe this. That's great and all, but ethos being what it is, you need to give your audience some reason to stick around. There's 50 million of these papers flying out there every second. Why are you important? Why are you an authority? Yeah.
Right. You have, when you're writing a paper, it's kind of like being a lawyer. You can't just walk up and say my client's innocent, and they say why? Is it because I believe he is? No, you have to show he wasn't at the scene of the crime when the crime took place. You gotta
Exactly.
have proof that he didn't in fact stab the hell out of whoever character Sarah wrote last week was.
So I guess you have to kind of I don't know how common. I mean, you guys took geometry in school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like in high
Barely,
school.
but yeah.
Yeah. So I
Oh,
think like at least when we were in school, geometry at a basic level was part of the core curriculum. Did you guys do proofs?
Oh god,
I
yeah, we did
remember what that
proofs.
is, but I probably wasn't good at it.
so,
I
so
remember crying about proofs mid class, mid test.
yeah. So proofs are really difficult in a lot of senses because you're essentially using the language of geometry to prove why two lines are parallel. Like, okay, well, if someone shows you a picture and two lines are parallel, the proof is, through the transitive property of this angle being the same as this angle, that just proves that these things are parallel. It's essentially a step-by-step guide. That to me is what academic writing always has to be. It's a proof. You can't just make anything wild claim and just expect your audience to accept it. You have to say, here's my claim, and then everything descends from that point. You have to have support, backing evidence, XYZ. And that's where a lot of people fail in adapting and improving their writing, is that they just never grasp that concept of the cascade, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. And it I know this is probably APA style and I'm just used to MLA, but like the fact that none of these paragraphs are indented, I smell it burning.
Yeah, that's APA. And
Ugh,
and we write in APA sometimes with like at the law firm, and it drives me up the freaking wall cuz I'm
yeah.
like, that's not right.
No. She
my
doesn't even
my
have a heading. She just goes right into it.
Yeah. Yeah,
it
no
just
heading, no
launches
name, no
right into no,
title, no nothing.
Yeah.
screw
No
it.
works cited page.
Just
Like, you don't need to know my name, but here's why I'm fucking wrong. Like,
no protection, just drives right in.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I was going through like highlighting some of the things that aren't, I mean, not only poorly written, but like problematic. Like if you are going to write a reaction essay that you know is going to get a reaction from your teacher,
Hmm.
like despite who the teacher is and despite who you are and your beliefs and their beliefs, you know that this essay is going to get a reaction. So if you're going to say things like, the article discussed peers using teasing as a way to enforce gender norms, I do not necessarily see this as a problem. You need to back the fuck that up. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Why
All
is
right.
What
this
do
not
you
a problem?
mean?
What kind of character does being teased build?
All I'm
Right.
gonna say
If you
is if
can
I
prove
see
that to me, fine. But you can't
Yeah.
just say it.
all I'm going to say is that if I see the word demonic being used in your academic paper and it is not in quotation marks, I already know everything I need to know about you.
Or a theology class.
Yeah, there you go.
Like,
There you go.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
If
another
this if
thing.
this had been theology of gender, like when I was in high school, we had our sex ed. I'm calling it sex ed, but that's not what it was. Um, like they had legit sex ed at the school I went to, and they were fairly thorough for a Catholic school. They taught us like about periods. They taught us about male and female reproduction, and the teacher was great. She didn't shy away from anything. She said vagina. She said penis. She had a point to get across, and she got it across. She taught us about all kind of shit, you know. But we took another class senior year called theology of the body, and it wasn't necessarily a sex class. It was kind of like a safety class and a consent class.
Okay.
Because
That's good.
the very first, it was taught by our priest, and I think it was him that was the very first or second lesson. He was like, "No means no, maybe means no, yes means we should wait till marriage." Got it? Okay. Like, thank you, father-in-law. Uh, sidetrack from that. At the time, I was reading a novel called "There's a Slight Chance I Might Be Going to Hell," and my friend Christian Steiner, Christian, wherever you are, I miss you. You were great. He looks at the book and looks at the priest. He goes, "Is that our new theology of the body book?"
The more
Father
you learn.
Benoit, yeah, Father Benoit is great. He recently passed away a couple years ago. It was sad to see him go,
Mm.
but he was one of those kind of guys. You know, you just like, Now that's a priest. That's a man of God. He's awesome. And I was lucky enough to have him as the priest when I went there. But like,
Yeah.
all things aside, if you turn this into him, he would have looked at you and said, where's your logic in this? Prove it to me. Like, you're quoting the Bible, but you're not giving me where I can go find your quotes. Like, that's the biggest thing for me right now. She didn't cite a single source, and she doesn't know why she has a 0.
Nothing. And the thing is, like, I mean, I feel like everyone who has written a research paper or a reaction paper, which I didn't even know that was a thing.
Me either.
Paper.
My reaction would have been, why do we have to read this long ass shit?
But I feel like anyone who has written, like, actually taken the time to write a research paper, they will use the research that they found to twist it and, like, take things that they found to further their own agenda. That is what you're doing. Like,
that's the thing too. It's that, like, it's not even impossible to cite sources and come to the wrong conclusion. You can still you could have done this paper. You could have done this paper and gotten away with it if you had done it the right way. Like,
she could have gotten a 100. She could have.
You can't be an out and out bigoted asshole. To, like, that's literally the only difference. And I mean, I think we're dancing. Well, no, we're not dancing around it. We all know it's anyone that has a certain level of knowledge of writing and, you know, reading knows that this was written not as a good faith paper. This paper was written as an inflammatory attack. This was written to get attention, and
absolutely,
that's the most frustrating aspect to it. It's that, you know, it is for lack of a better term, it's a false flag operation. Like, we're arguing about the thing that it's cover. It doesn't matter. Like, the paper itself is garbage. They just want to start a fight.
Right. She could have just walked into class and sucker punched the teacher and got the same.
Like, seriously, you know, at least do that and be honest about it. Don't try to pollute the world of writing with your bullshit. like,
oh, the essay we read was great. You're going to hell. That's literally all this essay was.
And if you actually believe this, I mean, that's fine if you believe these things. But again, have the decency and have the guts to own up to it.
Yeah.
What's happening is, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
What's happening is she did the thing, she got a consequence, and now she's throwing a temper tantrum. And all I can think about is those little kids on TikTok. I don't know why my TikTok is all little kids throwing temper tantrums right now. But, like, you know, the little boy who goes to, like, slap his dad's hand on the table, and all his dad does is move his hand, and he hits the table so hard he hurts himself, and he starts crying. She has bitch slapped the table. That's all she's done. And everyone's like, oh, your poor little hand. No! You fucked up! Own up to it! Apparently she's getting some kind of freedom of speech award. I don't know how true that is.
I mean, honestly, wouldn't shock me, but in reaction to that, one of my favorite comments about that is freedom of speech is not equal to freedom from consequences, which is a lot of people see it as. And there's another one, I'm going to butcher it, but it's essentially, I absolutely hate the people that use freedom of speech as their weapon, because it makes a lot of people believe that their ignorance is just as good as my knowledge, or something like that. You know, it's not.
Are you familiar with the place Mount Stupid?
I'm not familiar.
No.
Okay, if you look, you know those graphs where, like, you have the thing that goes up this way, the thing goes up this way, and then you have the arch of the more of this you have, the more of this you have, and it goes up.
Yeah.
So it's like, the more knowledge you have of something, the more likely you are to talk about it. Mm-hmm. It should be a perfectly straight line up to the other corner. But right about here, there's a spike. That's not stupid. They've read a headline. They know they've seen the infographics on Facebook, and they know for a fact this is how the cow eat the cabbage. Okay? I
It's
can
kind of
tell
like
you.
it's kind of like whenever my dad sent me a text saying that Tylenol causes autism, and I said, "Where did you hear that from?" He said, "I read a CNN article and I thought that no, I read a CNN headline and I thought that you should know."
Yeah.
I'm the one that was pregnant, so like you can't get pregnant. I don't think you have a say so in this.
No.
From a CNN headline.
Yeah, like come on, man. That's not. Don't blame the Tylenol for genetics.
Yeah. I'm probably autistic and I probably got it from you. So
I definitely am, and I didn't even get the fun kind. Like,
me
I
either.
didn't even get
I
the
got
fun.
the really anxious kind.
I didn't get any kind that's fun or useful.
I got I got the kind that makes me shake when people touch my D&D dice.
Hey, that's valid. Okay, those are special.
Right? No, you can't have the purple one. Get the fuck away from the purple one.
Yeah, it's frustrating to see this conversation crop up around something like academic writing because it diminishes the value of what we should be talking about, which is not, you know, if she had the right to say this. You can say whatever the hell you want to in
Yeah.
college. Does not justify a good grade. It just doesn't.
It doesn't. And it
It's-
also doesn't
Especially
justify just because it's your opinion doesn't mean you don't have to fucking cite it. Like
right.
you could have the craziest opinion in the world and you will find a scholarly article about it that you can
Yeah.
use.
and there's this is somewhat more complicated and getting into the weeds than we necessarily need to. But so full disclosure, I was raised Catholic. I'm not really religious anymore at this point in my life, but I'm happy for everyone that pursues their own, spirituality. Um, that being said, though, I'm of the opinion that in certain fields there just isn't room for religion. Like I and in the sense that I don't want my surgeon citing the Bible in their thesis. I just
The
don't.
Lord says you don't have a tumor on your spleen anymore. You can go home.
In 500 years, when we found somehow that studying the Bible is actually the cure all, that's fine, and we have reason to believe it. But where we're at currently in medical science, that's just if you want to be a top performer, you don't use the Bible as your study book. I think that
Right.
that does also carry into a lot of other fields. I can't say specifically whether this, it applies necessarily to this one specifically, but there's a reason that we separate theology and the secular world. It's because, it's applicable in one, it's not always applicable in every field in the secular world though.
Right. Right. And like you can do both. You can be science and religion. It's
Oh,
completely perfectly fine because science is believing in things with proof. Religion is believing in things with your heart. That's it's having faith that something's real without seeing it. And science is the opposite. It is believing in things that you can feel and touch and lick and potentially die from because it's poisonous. That's that, but you can in fact do both. And
For
this
sure.
this harkens back to shit that happened when I was a freshman in high school. We took a science class. I went to public school the first couple years, and we had a science teacher, and he had the chart on the wall, and he asked, "What is the first thing that happened?" And he meant on the chart. He pointed to it. He was like, "What comes first?" This girl raised her hands and goes, "Jesus."
Not
And I,
theology that doesn't happen.
yeah, I am Catholic. My mom was a catechism teacher. I was a catechism teacher. I'm about to start my journey reading the Bible myself. And I turned around and went, "You are so fucking dumb on both fronts. How did you get out of bed this morning?" Like, you can't. Again, she lives on Mount Stupid. She has to. Like,
There's just
Did you
no.
read the book you hit me with?
There are no versions where you are correct. Like you could have said multiple things, and I could have justified it one way or another. But that
Yeah.
one specifically.
I have a fun. That was almost the moment Jesus came back just to tell her, no, that's wrong. That's so wrong. But God was like, hold up, wait a few more thousand years. Hold up, we got some more shit to do.
The
COVID
second,
ain't even happened yet. Give her a minute.
the second coming was really disappointing for a lot of people. He just came to correct a few folks. He's like, all right, this is. I'm not really back. This is like a prelude.
I just get y'all in line because y'all are fucking dumb.
He turned around and Andrew's like, I'm going down to Centerville for a minute. You guys need anything? All right, I'll be back.
There's a group that I listened to that did a bit that one of my favorite bits talking about Jesus. Like, man, everyone thinks Jesus is gonna be this calm hippie dude. Man, nah. Remember the last time he went into the temple? He was like flipping tables and shit. Like, Jesus.
My favorite part about that story is the fact that he didn't have that whip. He had to sit down and braid it. You know how long it takes to braid something that's not attached to someone else's head? He had to hold the handle between his knees. First he had to find the materials. Then he had to make the damn thing. And the whole time he's sitting there making that whip, he's just like, when I finish this braid, the ass whipping coming to y'all. And that's my Jesus.
I like to imagine that a lot of like the Pharisees are coming up to him and they're like, "What are you working on there?" It's like nothing.
Oh, don't worry, you'll know.
Because it kind of looks like a whip, and he's just not saying anything. It's like, oh,
Maybe I want to braid some hair, and I want an example for people. I don't know. Go away. Go say your stuff. I'll be there in a minute. I'll see what you got. What's that over there you selling? Bread? Okay, I like that. I'll be in a minute. Don't you worry. You're going to find out. I feel the need to do this because of this conversation. Okay. Did you guys just well, no, never mind. We talked about that already. But the whole thing is a shit show. And now this professor is on leave. They've put this professor on leave because of a temper tantrum of a graduate student-sized child. And that, as an educator, full stop, that's just kind of horrifying, you know? Because, like,
we're already living with a dearth of good educators because you have, I mean, it takes a very special person to want to do it for the amount of crap you get and for the little pay you get. And then we're just getting this example. Yes, there are certain bad educators, but now you're shunting the good ones off too. And then the people that ultimately suffer are the students. And then later down the road, the people those students interact with, unfortunately. But
yeah, and look here. I went to college. Took me 7 years to get a 4-year degree. Guess what? A lot of my transcript says W. Because if I took a class and I didn't gel with that professor, I picked up my books. I went to the front office and I dropped that fucking class.
Yeah, that's the great thing about college. You can do what the fuck you want. Why would you stay in that class if you didn't like the teacher?
I don't know. This class kind of feels like an elective.
Yeah,
you have to take this class.
This class was going to be her elective on becoming an influencer.
Pretty much. I mean, she made national news.
She's gonna start a new podcast next week with the Hawktua girl.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just the fucking grift, man. It's the new economy.
Yeah, and the sad part is she'll have more viewers than we do.
I know. We keep going. We need to keep going from spite.
Yeah. Why are you doing this? Spite and greed. Because fuck them people.
No,
we have real things to say, and all that other one did was spit on a microphone.
When she inevitably does get a really popular podcast, we need to write in and offer to help her work on her papers.
Yes. I will do that.
From your friends at the workshop. Cite your fucking sources, love.
Yeah, Frankie, did you used to work in the writing center at Nichols or no?
I did the mosaic. I took the class, and then I kept going back after I took the class.
Okay. Patrick, you worked in a writing center at college, right?
It
Okay.
was a little bit during college, but mostly after. I was doing like tutoring for the ACT, SAT, and then helping with essays. So
Okay. Yeah, like if an essay like this came in front of you, and even Frankie, like in Mosaic, which would never be put in Mosaic, but
No.
I
No.
mean,
Considering the the editor in chief when I was on the board
uh-huh.
was a very large lesbian.
Yes.
This would not make it past round one. Zeros all around.
But like I feel like the first thing I would tell this person is, "Hey, let's break this down paragraph by paragraph and find your sources, and then in 2 days come back to me with a better essay, because if you turn this
Yeah.
in, this is going to be a 0." Like
yeah.
They're
even
gonna
as
laugh you
someone
out of the
that's
state.
not a teacher, I'm not an educator, and
No. It's I don't know.
it's baffling.
It is asinine, and it's
Yeah.
just well, it shows to me how much people also devalue writing in general. I mean, if this is the hill they're willing to die on, if they're willing to say, yeah, no, that was fine, and that
Yeah.
is their litmus test for what an adult should be writing like. I mean, we're already fucked, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a perfect example of the lack of respect people have for it. But
Yeah.
it is also, I guess it's a motivator because it tells us that the people that do value it need to, pass on that knowledge as much as they can, because otherwise these kids are screwed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
And like even us, we are unfortunately teaching them to pass the leap test. If she turned this in on the leap test, she would be repeating English 1. Honestly,
Dude,
she definitely would.
graduate.
English 1,
Another thing, a
Yeah.
graduate. So she's what? She's got to be 23 at least.
At least.
roughly. Yeah.
23, 24. That is not. I don't understand
Yeah.
it. I
And the
just
thing
don't.
is,
understand.
If
I
she's in graduate school, that means she's got at least a 4-year degree, so we can safely assume she's 4.
Bro, I should have stayed in school. I should have just gotten a PhD. I could have. I think I could have. Like,
the thing is though, like
Shit.
I could even assuming this person does not like to write and they took this elective to whatever, I don't know. I could look past the shitty writing. I could. It's hard, but I could look past it. I
I couldn't.
cannot look
That's where the buck
past
stops for me.
the fact that they or she did not cite a goddamn thing and
Yeah.
expects to get a passing grade. Like
okay,
that's the
thing.
craziest part.
Here's the
Mhm.
thing. We all know this is true because we've all turned in something that we knew wasn't our best work, but we've gotten a better grade than we should have. At least
Oh yeah.
we've done that in English
Yeah.
courses before.
Kathy Connor took a lot of fucking pity on me. Okay.
Yeah. You can, yeah. Shout out to all my English professors that really just were like, you know what, he needs this. I see
It's lower
what he's,
than an A. She's gonna cry, and I don't want to deal with
see
that.
what he's
so-
trying to do. I don't want him to kill himself. No, you can get away with missing one of two things. You can get away without citing properly if you're a damn good writer, because your professor is going to be a little bit more lenient. They're like, all right, or you can get away with being a shit writer if you cite like crazy. You
Yeah.
cannot get away with doing neither of those things.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to get your 0, and that's exactly why she got her 0.
Yeah. Like even people who are on there, like Christian people, are like, this just sucks. This isn't Christianity versus secularism. This is just shitty writing. You've written a shitty essay. And I feel the need to really emphasize the part of this shitty experience of having to read your shitty essay. Like,
Yeah.
There are, again, saying this is someone that isn't particularly religious. I like talking about religion. I like talking about Christianity. There are few people that it is worse to talk about Christianity with than people like this person. I do not like someone that clearly doesn't know their own sources, so there's nothing to discuss with them.
right. Like, I have a friend, Kit. Hey, Kit. We are very different religions. I am Christian. Kit is into tarot cards and has a patron goddess. And we
I,
have theological discussions all the time. We respect each other. We respect each other's religions, each other's stances on certain things, and we talk it out. We talk about things. When Kit is in need of prayer, I pray for Kit. When I'm in need of prayer, Kit talks to her goddess for me. It's just who we are. It's a discussion. It's intertwined, you know? And also, I play around with Buddhism all the time. Like, I love the idea of being
Buddhism's
able
chill,
to,
man.
right? I
I
don't know what the hell I was looking at the other day, but somebody did something just off the fucking wall, like you wouldn't believe. And this little guy goes, "That wasn't very Zen Buddhist of you." I have every intention of using that in my classroom when these kids get irate. That's not very Zen Buddhist of you.
I absolutely love how far Buddhism spread only by virtue of the fact that everyone was like, "Yeah, this is pretty chill." Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't see any problem with this.
Well, one more college story for me for the night. I've met my quota. I had a friend named Andrew in college. He was Jewish, but his sister claimed to be a Buddhist. But she was very materialistic. And he's like, "What the hell does she think the middle way is?" And I was like, "Maybe she thinks it means she sits in the middle of the room and looks at all her stuff." And he goes, "Apparently!"
I'm in the middle of something, aren't I?
Yeah. I'm in the middle of Amazon looking up new jewelry.
I'm in the middle of Cyber Monday in my mind at all times.
Right? I need a new microphone, man. Leave me alone.
Wow. Yeah, no, there's plenty to say about it, but again, I think anyone that studies or writes for a living, they know what this is.
Anyone who's ever uttered a single phrase in English knows that this is a shitty essay.
Yeah.
I could hand this to one of my LEP students and they'd be like, "Por qué?" This is, it has nothing to do with her beliefs, her religion, and wholeheartedly with her being one of the worst writers I've ever had the misfortune of reading.
Yeah. Honestly, I would
So far.
I would have loved to read an essay like this that had all the correct sightings, even though I completely disagree with it and she's kind of offensive throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
If she cited everything, I'd be like, well, you did your work. Like, damn.
So you know what? I
against
your logic, at least. Like, you at least
Right.
showed cohesion in your train of logic.
Right.
Yeah. I can't.
I'm not looking to agree with you. I'm just looking for some cohesion. I'm looking for you.
Yeah. Okay, and also, let's put back into it the idea behind this entire essay. It's December. She has known this professor, I can safely assume, since the beginning of the semester. She's known what's being taught in this class. This was a hit piece.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the second paragraph starts with, "It is frustrating to me when I read articles like this and discussion posts from my classmates of so many people trying to conform to the same mundane opinion so they don't step on people's toes. I think that's a cowardly and insincere way to live."
Also, don't you muddy the word mundane. That's too good a word for you to use. Like, I know you pulled out your thesaurus. I know you right-clicked on the synonyms and like mundane.
I know you said boring first.
Nobody that writes like this knows the word mundane just off cuff.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that.
Mundane is a strong word.
God. And the fact that she's chastising everyone for conforming to the norm, meanwhile she's preaching about heteronormatism. Again, another contradiction.
Right.
Yeah,
You're a Christian in America. You are not a minority.
Yeah. You are a white Christian cisgender in America. Second only to white cisgendered Christian males. You are not the minority.
Yeah.
God, I just imagine her in the dean's office and then they said I didn't make sense, and then they said it was was a comma splice because there's a couple of comma splices in there as well.
There's so many.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say this to Sarah, but I thought it might absolutely make her blow up. I was gonna say that I don't know. I saw some M dashes and semicolons. Are you sure you didn't use AI? I even saw a real colon, like a full-on colon, and it was used properly. So I don't know.
Well, this reads like something that came out of a colon. So, hey, homonym. Is that what that is? A homonym?
Yeah.
This is definitely a hit piece. It was written with hate towards a professor. She could have taken the W and saved her GPA, but now she's costing someone
It's
their
not
fucking
going
career.
against her grade.
I will say though,
Also,
with the state of article, like with the state of journalism nowadays, she might have a future in it. Like, if you've read any articles recently.
God damn. Her whole fucking paper is, if not man, why man shaped? Like,
you know what? I hope she does, so that way I can harass her online. I'll just like, be in her comment section, like, can I please grade your essay? Can I please edit your essay?
Do that, please, Sarah. Please, please be her number one. Like,
I want to print it out and physically write on it and mail it to her. And mail a copy of my notes to her dean.
Make it.
And then remind them that I teach freshmen in high school and have not seen anything written this bad. Not even by AI. This is an insult to AI. ChatGPT is sitting there looking the other way like, don't fucking look at me and that shit.
If she wants us to stop, she's going to have to take us to court. I want it on the public record that we have offered to help her, and she's refused.
And I think the saddest part about this whole thing is the weight of this grade. It is 25 points. It is worth 3%.
But it's also not even going against her grade. They removed it.
So she's excused from this.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because
again,
it's just
yeah. It was minuscule.
Damn kids.
It's like my friend Seth told me in high school. If you hit the ground and cry hard enough, no one can make you learn to tap dance. She has hit the ground and she is bawling, and now she does not know how to tap dance. It makes sense if you know he was a dancer.
No, I think I think we're all on the same page with how we view it. It's just a travesty from a writing perspective. You can ignore the religion, you can ignore everything, but it's not an academic paper in the slightest.
No. And even if you put, this is the equivalent if my students wrote a paper about how honey buns are bad for you. Like fat people are an abomination. Thank you. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Demonic. Yeah. It's just, I believe.
You know what? The only people who should be singing about I Believe is the band Cowboy Mouth, which you all should check out. Cowboy Mouth. They're a great band. They don't hate people for who they are.
It's a low bar, but I'm glad they cleared it.
Yeah. That fucking bar was in the dirt, and she still found herself underneath it. I don't know.
The bar is so low, it's part of the foundation.
Well, guys, you get an extra 28 minutes this week.
Wow.
Wow. We did good. We did good. Right? Angry. I was
going to say, we just need to find things to talk about that we're angry with. And then we'll...
I'm always angry, so I can bring things to the group chat.
That's true.
We're going to call this the Angry Workshop from now on. Oh, well, you guys ready to call it quits for the night?
I think so.
Well, yeah, we worked out our frustration. We said our pieces. God damn it.
Maybe I'll be able to sleep tonight.
The topic for next week is, do you believe the truth always comes out? Has the truth ever set you free?
Set this fucking girl free. Free for the internet to ridicule. I love the influx of other Christians being like, bitch, you done fucked up. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh, yeah. And the few people that are rallying behind her are just as stupid as she is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somewhere there's a group of people who believe Jesus was first on that pamphlet on the wall. That's By the way, the answer was atoms.
Ah,
Yeah.
We were
yeah.
talking
I was
about
gonna say
the
the
makeup
Big
of things.
Bang, but I think Big Bang and atoms are one, like, they're all together. I think.
It was like a size chart or whatever, like the
Oh yeah,
smallest
like
thing.
building blocks.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
mean like, okay, I thought you meant like the first thing ever that
No,
happened.
like he was like, "What's the first?" He pointed to the chart and goes, "What came first? What comes first?"
What
And she
was?
goes, "Jesus!" I'm like,
That's just
"You're
her
an idiot."
default for everything.
Yeah. Like, okay, Jesus can be first, but can we at least put Adam second? I don't.
All right. Well, we will see you guys next week. I have been
Sure will.
Patrick Larry.
I have, for at least today, been Francis Bartholomew Valentine Esquire the Fourth.
I have been Sarah Billiot.
Not
And
Bakwa.
we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.